All right, yo. So I'm gonna try out this right here today. Usually I'll use this one for my main channel, but anyways, okay. Just gonna clip it right there. Uh, if I'm doing this wrong, somebody please tell me in the comments. But anyways, see this is what I'm talking about, bro. Never works, never works. Please, bro, don't leave, cause I got some sauce for y'all today. Don't leave just yet. I'm not gonna cut this video, so if you left, they left. I don't know what to do. So I was watching this Iman Ghazi video, right? It's right there. Y'all can barely see it. And it was pretty much like it's a 3 hour video. It says Iman Ghazi, a decade of discomfort. And it put into like perspective how I need to get serious, right? So listen, when he made this, it was 2016, bro. I was 6 years old. I probably wasn't even conscious when he made his first videos. And now he's 26, I believe, and he's making a video talking about a decade of discomfort. Now, the reason that made me like realize something is because I'm getting to that point, bro. You know, I was very fortunate to be able to start with this whole just I wouldn't like self improvement, I guess, business type of space, or just learning about it. Even if I wasn't really taking action, just knowing, being aware of it for like a good amount of time. Like I spent most of my like early teens, like, or actually I'm still in my early teens, but I spent like from 10 to 15 instead of scrolling on TikTok. Even if I did sometimes, I would know that I was doing the wrong things, right? So I wouldn't do retarded shit. I would work out since I was like 12. All this shit, right? I was very fortunate, but I didn't really have to get serious, and I'm guessing that's what a lot of dudes have to go through. And it got to the point where I like on my main channel, which some guy asked me where he could find it because I haven't linked it yet. I'll link it in the channel banner if y'all want. But on my main channel where I talk about content, if you go earlier on, I was talking about productivity, but my niche was like guys who were aware of self improvement, that knew about it but couldn't take action because that's such a huge market. It's like there's so many guys like, oh yeah, I'm on self improvement. Oh yeah, I'm trying to start a business, and they're just consuming content. So that was my whole niche, right? And essentially, when I watched this video of him talking about a decade of discomfort, and it started off his like success, his like whole success journey. I don't know why I did that. He is successful, but like his whole success journey, it started off what is gonna be in 3 months for me, right? So in 3 months, I'll be at the start of this video, right? So he started off at 16. So in 3 months, I'm gonna be where he started off this video. So it's like, oh shit, now I need to get serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to like cause like up to this point, and maybe for some of y'all too, if you're like, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, let's like say up to like 23. It's like you get to a point where it's like, okay, now you got to get your shit together. And if you're older than me, like that goes double for you. But like, it's like, okay, now, okay, here's where dudes like started actually getting successful. And just by nature, I'm a very competitive person, right? I'm just fully dialed in on just like I can't let somebody be better than me, like in anything. Like call it ego, call it being arrogant. I think it's a positive trait. So, I mean, I'm not like a retard. Like somebody's calling me. Just give me a second. I gotta go do something. So that whatever. It wasn't that. I just had to get something for someone, but it gets to the point where at some point it's like now you need to get serious. I don't know where I just left off. That was like probably 30 seconds and I completely forgot, but it gets to the point where it's like, okay, now I need to dial in. I need to go all in. I remember now. You need to be competitive. I'm a competitive person by nature. People call it negative, whatever. I don't care. I'm competitive, right? So when I see Iman here, 3 months from now, I'll be where he started. So from that point, yo, if I'm not like at least 3 steps ahead of him at every step of the journey, I'm gonna be like pissed, bro. I'm gonna be angry. Like I'll actually be mad because like, dang, if I don't have what did he have that I didn't, bro? Like, what is this? Am I worse? Am I not up to par? Is he just superior to me? Like, what is it like? Doesn't that just piss you off, bro? That should piss you off, bro. Because if there's somebody, dude, if you're 25 and above, which if you're watching this, I doubt it, but if you're 20, like, no offense, if you're watching this and you're 25 and above, there has been billionaires at your exact, like, with all the same, ability, with a brain, hands, just an able body, and an access to the internet at your exact same age. That's literally the only thing they had on you. There has been people that were able to do that. So does that not piss you off? So that gets here. I get to my point. In 3 months, I'll be where Iman was when he started. So if I don't keep it up, if I'm not right there, if he, or not even right there above him, bro, if I'm not better, I'll be pissed off. That's just, I can't do that. Like, if y'all don't catch me, like, maybe I don't want to go down the same path as him, but that's like a choice thing. But the things I do, so it's like, yeah, I can't even make that excuse. I need to be at the same level. I need to lock in. And the fact that I'm doing a relatively similar business as him on my main channel, y'all can check that out. I'm not gonna advertise here. Actually, first thing in the description, y'all could book a call with me if you guys need some help with your content funnel and getting more leads to your business using content. All right, specifically YouTube content. But anyways, if I'm not there with the exact same business essentially that he had a marketing agency. I help people get leads through YouTube. If I'm not there, that should make you angry. So look, find somebody that is like, same age as you, that is doing good, that has done good on the internet. Or like, if you're not, like, I'm not saying if you're not Jeff Bezos, right? If somebody's the same age as you and they're doing better, that should piss you off, bro. Like, why are you not the best 16-year-old on the planet? Like, come on, bro. Like, why are you not the best 17-year-old the world has ever seen? Listen, I'm like pushing the limits here, but it's just to put into perspective. A lot of us, we've gone, like, if you're up to 23, you're honestly blessed that before the age of 23, you peep game and you're like, oh, why does my screen keep turning off, bro? You've peeped game and you're like, okay, I need to lock in, self-improvement, go to the gym, be healthy, meditate, take care of your mental health, take care of your physical health, take care of your pockets, you know what I'm saying? if you don't have, like, if you have the awareness of that, you're already ahead of most people. And a lot of us, we've been kind of like riding off of that. Like, oh yeah, bro, I'm about to go to bed, bro. I don't know why this light's so bright. Oh yeah, I'm like, bro, I already know about all this stuff, so I'm ahead of most people my age. You do realize most people your age are retards, right? So it's like being sat there comparing yourself to like people who watch TikTok all day and like can't even focus for 5 minutes. That's not a flex. You should compare yourself to the 1%. Why are you comparing yourself to retards? Because if you compare yourself to retards, you're gonna be the best by retard standards. Congratulations, like whoop-de-doo, like what would you like? Like, do you want a cookie? Like, okay, it's like cool. You're cool to idiots, bro. So why not just be the best, right? Right. So I did research. So there is, I believe, it was something like 500 million guys in my age range, 14 to 16. Now, of those, how many of them do you think are actually in business or interested? So I narrowed it down. I cut a bunch of bullshit out. In English-speaking countries with an able body, so they have access to the internet. They're physically okay. They're not like, and then they have access to the internet with those things, and they're locked in on business, and they're actually serious, and they're not just coping and messing around. Those guys are like maybe, and as competitive as me, maybe 500,000 on planet Earth. Okay, I'll be generous. 1 million out of 8 billion dudes, 8 billion people, not guys, but 8 billion people. So that's your competition. So what are you doing? Dude, if you're in this age range, you're competing with, okay, let's say 5 million. That's being extremely generous. 5 million guys that are like fully dialed in, fully like on the level of like, oh yeah, we are like, bro, we're competing. We're gonna be millionaires. We're gonna be successful. We're gonna be living the best version of ourselves. Those guys are unbelievably rare, and those are the guys that you should be comparing yourself with. If you become the worst in that 5 million, like the bottom, like literally the bottom of the barrel out of this 5 million group right here. It's like, holy shit, you're like so much better than the average person. It's insane. If you're comparing yourself to like, dude, if you're comparing yourself to like Timothy from your high school, or like, you know, Derek, or David from college, or Susan from work, like what the fuck? Like, what are you doing, bro? It's like, it gets to a point where it's like, why are you comparing yourself to them? And I know I'm going in circles, but like, you at this point, if you're the same age as me, especially Iman, not okay. I feel like I'm glazing, and that's pissing me off. But like, I'm just saying this because he's a good example. I don't like saying glazing either. That's like a cringe word in my opinion. But like, whatever. Like, Iman's a good example. Okay, he's 26 and he's extremely successful. At 16 is when he started. 15, 16, late. Like, I believe like I'm assuming the day he turned 16, right? So let's say that's when he started in 2026 or in 2016. Now it's 2026 officially, right? So if you are not catching up, like, you have 10 years to be where Iman is, and at that point, wherever he is now, by 2036, now you have to get up to that point. Now, I'm not saying you should be a follower. Obviously, be innovative, but in terms of just success, like a vague success metrics, just like, even if we're being super vague, like, oh yeah, he made this much money and he was the best in his industry. Okay, if you're doing, I don't know, drop shipping for this standard, you would have to be, oh yeah, a fully vertically integrated, you're not even like, you literally own your own like website. You're not running it off Shopify. You have one of the biggest brands on earth. That's the level you have to get to. If he's like doing YouTube and you're doing TikTok, you have to be one of the biggest business TikTokers on earth. So like, I'm not saying copy this guy like part for part, but for the most part, right? Not for the most part. Again, let me stop. Okay, just try to keep up. Just have some like logic of like the work that he put in, or the work that all these guys that you see on the internet, like all the entrepreneurs at your age, what were they doing? Just pick the best guy and be like, okay, at my age, the best guy that started was probably this guy. So okay, I better lock in. It's like, now we're getting to that point where we can't mess around anymore. As I was saying, like, so far we've been able to live off just like, oh yeah, I'm aware of self improvement, so I'm already ahead. You're comparing yourself to retards. Just because you're aware doesn't mean like, okay, whatever. Now it's like we're getting to that point. Up to here, we can just mess around and just be aware. But here it's like, okay, now we gotta lock in, because now it's like a competitive thing. So that's all I had to say for today's video. Be competitive, bro. Gotta turn on my red light. All right, so see, very much cinematic, very much nice. Red light is very good for sleep. Now you can't see me, so that's all I really had to say. Uh, be competitive, bro. Don't be like, be the best version of yourself. Compare yourself to the top 1%. Don't compare yourself to these to Timothy and Susan and Jacob and David, and don't compare yourself to them niggas, bro. Please lock in. Please, 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 please. Peace.